On Sunday, the Los Angeles Rams came away with a very important victory against the New Orleans Saints, a conference opponent. And why am I bringing up the fact that they're a conference opponent? Because that is one of the tiebreakers that could be used if the Rams finish tied for first place in the NFC West, a very realistic possibility this year. Welcome to Josh's Football Breakdowns, where we don't tell you what you're seeing, we let the film tell us what we're seeing. And what we saw on Sunday was Matt Stafford making a number of impressive throws throughout the game. So without further ado, let's take a look at his top 5 throws in this game. Coming in at number 5 would be Stafford's pass to Puka Nacua in the third quarter. We're going to jump around a little bit in the game here, but at this point the Rams hadn't scored yet, so this is an important third down. The Saints would line up with a 5-man front. The Rams put Nacua in motion and Amadi goes with him, telling the Rams that the Saints are probably in man coverage. New Orleans had lined up with 2 safeties initially, but they drop one down, taking away the middle of the field. So Stafford looks to the outside route of Nacua. It's tight physical coverage, but there's a couple of things here. For one thing, Amadi has his back turned, he's lined up to the inside, and Nacua is going to go to the outside. And of course, only Nacua and Stafford know this. The defensive back doesn't know what route Nacua is running. And turn your attention to the pocket. Because the coverage is tight, we can already see Stafford winding up to throw this football before Nacua has made his break. And Nacua makes a great catch for the first down. I mentioned that New Orleans lined up with a 5-man front. But here Demario Davis isn't rushing the passer. Instead, he's in man coverage against Kyren Williams. This leaves the right guard with no one to block, but he doesn't know that quite yet, so Havenstein is isolated one-on-one against the defensive end. So Kyren Williams, on his way out on his pass route, decides to chip. And I love everything about this. For one thing, once Havenstein is engaged up high, Williams also has to go up high. If he goes low, it's an illegal chop block. He makes sure he stays up high, and check out this hit. Boom! That is awesome. Not very often you're going to see a running back lay out a defensive end like that. And on the other end, the ball ends up in a place where only the Rams receiver Nacua can get to it. Now, if we're being honest, maybe a little further out than Stafford may have wanted it, but Nacua makes an outstanding catch here. And, like I said, it was an important one. 2 plays later, Kyren Williams would punch it into the end zone, giving the Rams their first points of the game and the lead. Alright, let's move on to number 4. This one occurred earlier in the same drive. It's another key third down, and again, we see Puka Nacua is one-on-one to the outside. Also tight coverage on this play, and again the defender's back is turned and he doesn't know when Nacua is going to stop. And once again, turn your attention to the pocket. Because it's tight coverage, Stafford is already winding up for another anticipation throw. And this one is right on the money. Taylor misses the tackle and then Nacua picks up some nice yardage. And here again, we would see the Saints creative with their pass rush. Warner looks like he's going to rush initially, but in reality he would actually drop back. And this time Davis does come on the rush. But once again, we would see outstanding pass protection from Kyren Williams. Williams had a great day running the football, but in the NFL, that's not enough for a running back. You have to be able to pass protect as well. Coming in at number 3, we've moved into the fourth quarter with the Rams threatening with 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. At the snap, the Rams would fake the handoff to Kyren Williams, and Demarcus Robinson would also head to his left. The defender has to respect that, and when he does, Robinson would cut back to the outside. One more thing about this play. In order to really help sell the run fake, the entire offensive line moves to their left, and they leave the right defensive end unblocked. We can praise Stafford all we want for these great throws that he's making, but they cannot happen without this pass protection from Kyren Williams. How did the Rams get all the way down to the 3-yard line in the first place? For that, we would take a look at Matt Stafford's second best throw of the game. Alright, this pass would also start off with a play action fake, and for a defense that was pretty disciplined all game long, this time they react pretty strongly to the fake, and we would see again Demarcus Robinson get to the middle of the field. But before we look at that, we're actually going to go back to the snap. I want you guys to see how smoothly Robinson gets off the line here. That was beautiful. Robinson has completely beaten Kool-Aid McKinstry, and I don't care how cool he is, the rookie sure looked like a rookie on this play. Robinson would come wide open down the field, and Stafford sees him the whole way. And I want to make sure I also give some love to the offensive line here, because just look at that pocket Stafford has to throw from. "46-yard gain on the play. And finally, coming in at number 1 would be the play that started LA's game-winning drive in the fourth quarter. This time LA puts Tutu Atwell in motion, and again Ugo Amadi goes with him, telling the Rams that the Saints are in man coverage. Now the Rams did fake the handoff here, but to their credit, the Saints had a real sense of what was coming on this play, and they stay pretty disciplined here, with Werner on man coverage against Blake Corum. Robinson and Nacua both go deep, and again, New Orleans just seemed to sense this was coming. A corner and a safety would both go with each of them. Well, this would leave Atwell one-on-one against Amadi, and we can see Amadi is giving him a lot of space here, but he never turns around and really doesn't even get into a proper backpedal, and Atwell is able to get by him. Atwell is going to cut to the boundary. Amadi is trailing with his back turned, and one more time, turn your attention to the pocket. We see Stafford winding up to throw this football before Atwell even starts his break. And that is a nice throw, about 30 yards in the air there, and there's Jonah Jackson letting Amadi hear it, chirping a little bit after the play. Just a beautiful throw, and the Rams would score a touchdown at the end of this drive, and there is your final score, 21-14. The Rams remained locked in a tie for second place in the NFC West, just one game behind the Seattle Seahawks, and they've got a tough matchup next week against the Buffalo Bills, but I think the real important games are the following week against the 49ers, Week 17 against the Cardinals, and then the final game of the season, Week 18, against the Seattle Seahawks. Those three division games will probably decide whether LA wins the NFC West or not. So high drama, high stakes are coming as we head down the home stretch here in the 2024 NFL season. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I want to thank all my new subscribers. You guys have been great. We've added a lot of new subscribers this year, so if you're new and you like what you see, please subscribe. We've got a great community here. I'd love to have you aboard. In fact, leave me a comment. I read every comment, And of course, I want to thank those of you who have gone the extra mile to help support this channel. Guys, your support gives me the time to do these videos right, to give you the quality that you deserve. And of course, I want to give an extra special shout out to our Patreon supporters. Guys, you humble me, you honor me. Thank you so much. I could not do these videos without you. All right, it's going to be the Bills at the Rams. A big contest, a tough game, but you know that game is in Los Angeles. Tough road trip for the Bills, I think, going all the way across the country. I don't know what's going to happen in that game, but you know we are going to be here to break down that film, and I will see you guys then.